Hi guys, this is me, just continuing the trike project. This is the front, has now been assembled. It's now been constructed in steel and welded. So I made a start before using aluminium and I wasn't happy with it. So now I'm going for all steel, at least for the frame. Now what we've got here is the full front suspension with tilting. And I can demonstrate by sitting down and just showing you, if I can reach down there, you see I can tilt that and there we go. Okay. Now what you can see in that is that there are two rings right there in the middle, and that's what provides the tilting. The rings are hinged at the bottom on a central rod, and then the top where the shock absorbers join, that's the part that will tilt, will hinge. Now over on the side here we've got heim joints on the top. You can see those heim joints, not very clear, but maybe that side. Where are we? There we go. They are oriented vertically so as to be able to get that degree of vertical motion. So when I move it like that or like that, there's a lot of vertical motion involved for tilting both directions. It's only about a 15 degrees off center each way, off vertical each way. However, because the heim joints are oriented vertically, it does mean that there's a problem with turning. So you'll see if I get right back here, looking at the turning there, it's limited. Now I did those little inside there, the little spaces have been chamfered so as to maximize the amount of that the heim joint can actually swivel. But even so, I've done some calculations and it seems all right for going around corners. It should be okay. But also the wheelbase of this trike is going to be very short, which will help the cornering. So it's looking good, and as you can see, incredible amount of vertical movement involved. Now underneath, you can see that rod underneath there, that will be connected to the steering arms, and that will be another video coming very soon showing how that connects. And that the steering arms control the tilting and also control the steering. Now you might immediately see that there's a bit of an issue with that because the forces involved. I'm planning to put a damper on the top, so when there's a shock coming up, there'll be a damper on the top which will tend to keep the trike oriented vertically. So it will tend, when you're sitting in it, it won't tend to tip over. There'll be a damper with a spring loading mounted on the top there, so it will tend, when you're sitting in the trike, it will tend to stay vertical, and also when the wheel hits a bump, it won't deflect suddenly. So it won't send forces back through that rod back to the steering arms. Not very strong forces anyway. It'll be damped. So that's the plan. So it's looking good. It's very heavy, of course, being in steel, but for a prototype, I'm reasonably okay with it. I'm very okay with it, in fact. So there are. I'll post a link to my blog posts which have more details about the construction process. So this is prototype number 2 of the Meanderer trike, tadpole leaning custom trike. Okay.